Now, Dambaru or Damaru is a very ancient Indian musical system which has been used for a very long time, and it is used to people said that Lord Shiva even used it to create the universe through the music of the Damaru, and also to regulate the universe. The same thing is also known that among the Buddhists, of Tibetan Buddhists, the Damaru played a very important role. Now, this structure had thus a very ancient significance. If you look at this structure, this is an hourglass structure, we call it. It has a very close similarity with the Damaru. But what is unique in this particular case is that the entire structure is actually microstructured inside. And if you look at this microstructure in a bigger scale, what you would find is that it is going to have some such structures which are like honeycomb structures, or it can have other microstructures which is a mixing of honeycomb with certain other grit patterns of different types of materials and different types of their stiffness properties, etc. Now, what we have done is that we have prepared this as the lattices. So, you can imagine that in a real life system, once we scale it down to a very small scale, these situations will be something like this. That is, there will be many units of these types of systems which will be there, and it will work like a waveguide such that we can control the transmission of waves at our will through them. So, what will be the application of this type of a system? Well, one of the very important group of applications is in terms of developing something which is called invisible acoustic system. That can be applied in terms of, for example, submarines or any underwater system for defense applications. It can be made invisible, and that is one of the important applications. The other group of applications could be in terms of very high speed rails that we are talking about, like magnetic levitations, or for example the tube train concepts. Now, in both these cases, there is a very high frequency that these trains during their high speed travel they actually generate, and this type of frequencies, unless we can control it, we will never be able to move such trains at a fast speed. The structure will fail. So, this particular structure is designed in such a manner that the microstructure itself can be actually we can control the angle of the microstructure, so that we can define that what will be the stop bands, so that any frequencies coming in that band will not be allowed to propagate. It will remain local in the system. So that is a very important applications for this type of systems. There is another important group of applications, and that is from the medical point of view. We know that today we have these ultrasonic systems which is used for imaging our body. Now, one of the limitation of the ultrasonic system is that whatever ultrasonic frequency we choose, the object that it can see can be at most half of that wavelength. If anything that we are actually watching through the ultrasonics imaging system, if it falls below that, then the signal that comes out gets automatically attenuated in the air itself. We call it attenuation of the evanescent waves, and as a result of that, you will not be able to see any feature size which is less than half of the wavelength. So that remained a puzzle for the scientists for a very long time. Now, what we have done here would actually help us to break this barrier. We will be able to develop something like an acoustic super lens system, so that whatever wave coming which is even below this half of the wavelengths of acoustic system, it will be able to transmit those waves without any attenuation because of the microstructure that is present in it. And hence, what we believe is that in tomorrow we will be having a technology so that even a small tumor happening any part inside the body which is currently not visible through the ultrasonic imaging technique, we will be able to visualize those smallest things with the help of this type of a system in a very small micro scale, which will work like it will take those signals and it will propagate it to the imaging system. These are the two grand applications that we are going to have. In one side we have the high frequency vibration controls, and in the other side we have these ultra hyper lenses or super lenses they call it, that kind of lens for acoustic imaging.